Hello everybody and welcome to another video. I'm going to be choosing my June TBR, classic as usual. For May's TBR, I put it in my April diaries video because I chose all Kindle books. Now I'm back to my physical book TBR, back to the cart. Like always, if I don't have a book on my physical TBR that matches the prompt, I will check the library or my Kindle and read one of those. If I absolutely still can't fill it, I'll move on. But here's the elephant in the room. It is May 9th today, but I'm hoping to get this video up the last week of May and we are leaving for a trip. This is my last weekend before I leave for a trip and I will not be back by the time that I would like to film this. So it's early, but because I chose all Kindle books for May, none of these are currently on my TBR. So it works. It's just very early to be filming this, but you'll be seeing it at a normal time. So I didn't even have to tell you. I was just being nice. I do have 3 library books up here that I would like to read. They are due May 30th, but I haven't renewed yet, so maybe I'll face them out so you can see. Snake Eater, Brimstone, Meet Me at the Lake are on my list to read probably either way, so if I choose them with a prompt, that's even better. And I'm not sure when my sister's going to be done our current buddy read, but I get to choose a new one whenever she is. So I'm going to choose 8 books. I've been reading a lot lately, so I'll probably read more than that anyway, but that is the most comfortable place for me to be. So I made myself a latte, decaf, because it's the afternoon, and I think we can just get started. Sorry, I did rejig a little so that you can see all 3 layers. Let's go. Okay, prompt number 1. Thick. It will probably make you cry. Oh no. Will any of these make me cry? I don't know about that. I'm thinking maybe Lovely War will. Maybe Somewhere Beyond the Sea will. Maybe Josephine B will. I'm going to say those are probably the 3 options. This is historical fiction, fictionalized from the truth of Napoleon Bonaparte's wife. There's a good chance of that because I'm pretty sure she had a really shitty life, at least up until she met him, and I think this is leading up to, before, and during their meeting, I feel like, because it's a trilogy and this is the first one. So that's an option. The Lovely War, I am saying because it's also historical fiction, but I believe it mixes in some fantasy of gods, which is interesting. In general, well-written war books just make me cry every time, so this has a very good chance of making me cry, and I have wanted to read this for a long time. And Somewhere Beyond the Sea, because The House in the Cerulean Sea did make me cry, but I have heard that the second book is maybe not as emotional. It is just a duology, so it would be wonderful to finish this because I do have a lot of series that I need to get through. I'm gonna put Siri thought I was talking to her. I think I'm gonna put Many Lives and Secret Sorrows of Josephine B back because I have no idea if that one would make me cry. I'm just interested to read it. So it's between these 2. I think The Lovely War has the best chance to make me cry. Is it World War I or World War II? Both. It's both. Yeah, that's gonna make me cry for sure. In the perilous days of World Wars I and II, the gods held the fates and the hearts of 4 mortals in their hands. So, that's book 1 on the list. I'm wondering what these gray page breaks are. I'm scared to turn to it in case I see something I shouldn't. Oh, it's different parts. So I'm guessing there's 4 parts, 1 for each person. I hope it makes me cry. I haven't cried from a book in a while, and I do enjoy being hurt. Okay, prompt number 2. Has the word you in the title. Meet me at the lake. That's not you. Do I have any? Me. Me. They. All different pronouns, none of which are you. I will check my Kindle a second. My phone is charging up there. Maybe I'll just use my laptop. Okay, I have nothing downloaded on my Kindle. I'm gonna just search my want to read books and try to find something from the library. Give me a minute. I've read a few books that have you in it. Call Me by Your Name, Yours Truly, Part of Your World, How to Solve Your Own Murder. What's the second book of that? What's the second book of that? Because I would like to read it. How to Seal Your Own Fate. We're gonna go with your. and I'm gonna buy this because I own the first one. I absolutely loved it. This is the Castle Knowles file series. I love the covers, so that helps. I love the writing. This book was so good. It's someone who dies, and for a long time she thinks she's going to be murdered, so she kind of started to solve the problem, and then I think her niece comes, great niece, and solves her murder using her notes. Very interesting. And the second one is How to Seal Your Own Fate. So I'm going to purchase that, and that will be book number 2. Problem is I'd like free shipping, so that can't be the only book I buy this month, but I'll just leave it in my basket for now. Okay, prompt number 3. Big again. It's like a paragraph. Oh, it's not like a paragraph. Royalty in the book. Ooh, this could be fantasy or Regency or historical fiction. Could be a few things. I don't like knowing much, and this requires me to know something. Oh. Brimstone. Duh. It will have royalty because there was some shit going down with the king in the first book, and this is going to have royalty. So book number 3 is Brimstone by Callie Hart, which is good. From the library, I have to read it. Done. We'll put that on the list. Great. Good. That way I don't have to read too many synopsis. I like not knowing things sometimes, so I need a sip of coffee. 4th prompt. Set in Canada. Guys, I get to read another library book. This is so easy for me. Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune is set in Ontario. The real reason I would like to read this is because I would like to read the one that's set in PEI because I have spent a lot of time there and I love it there. So this is a great start. I'll be in Ontario soon, even though I think this is close to Toronto. But it's set in Canada, Canadian author. My library does little maple leafs when it's a Canadian author, which is so fun. And I actually don't know if any of these other ones would be set in Canada anyway. So maybe I'm glad I picked this up just for that reason. I said this in my April diaries when I got this book, but I'm hesitant with these. There's a reason I haven't read them yet. It's just the subject matter maybe doesn't seem like something I'll love, but I've heard that her writing is really good. So I hope that even if I don't love the story itself, the writing kind of saves it for me. So we'll see. Maybe I'll love it. I have no idea. You never know until you read something. So that was really easy. Book number 4, set in Canada, Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. And that means we're halfway. Already. It goes so fast. Book number 5. If I could get the 3rd library book, that would be amazing. A cozy read. I'm gonna say that's not a cozy read. A cozy read. Okay, I have an obvious one for this one as well, but let me just see if there's anything else. I'm gonna pull out Somewhere Beyond the Sea for this one as well, because the first book, even though it did make me cry and it was quite emotional, the fantasy aspect itself is quite cozy. The world is very much like our world, except there are mutants. It's very X-Men in a cozy way, so that's a good option. Agatha Christie. This is book 3 of the Poirot mysteries. Always cozy. Cozy mystery. Great option. Red herrings. The murder masquerading as suicide. A fraud disguised as robbery. The witness who didn't exist. Great option. And I think classics always feel kind of cozy. Though, I don't know if June is the right time for me to read a classic. Something about that just feels weird. So, I'm actually going to put that back. I also am not sure, like maybe The Spell Shop is cozy. Maybe Belladonna is cozy. I just don't know enough about them to know. So I think I'm gonna go with Agatha here. She is the coziest of cozy. Oh, though finishing a duology and crossing off another series would be good. Oh, okay, that's my first time reading the synopsis. Maybe not such a cozy synopsis anyway. It's going to be emotional. Maybe I should have chosen that for making me cry. I'm gonna go with Poirot Investigates. Cozy mystery. Agatha Christie. Always a good choice. Okay, 3 more. Number 6. Should I just take right off the top? I always dig. Let's just take right off the top. Intimidates you. Oh no, there are a couple of obvious ones here. Still not the library book. And you know what is the most intimidating to me right now is size. So, The Bone Season. Also intimidating because I'm starting a new series. Same for the Book of Azrael. Huge, and starts a new series. So, Crescent City, House of Flame and Shadow. Huge, but finishes a series in time for the new books coming out. Is this kind of a no-brainer? The other reason that this intimidates me is because I didn't love book 2. It took me a long time to get through, but I was also kind of slumpy, and it was right around Christmas, and maybe it just wasn't the time, and it ended on quite a cliffhanger in a weird way that makes me think I should have probably gotten to this sooner, but I remember it very vividly. It's not like I don't remember it. I don't want to start a new series. I would rather finish one. So I'm gonna choose the third Crescent City book for a book that intimidates me. Okay, that was easy. Sometimes it's just easy. 2 more. There's another chonky one here. Should I take that? There's an animal in the story. An animal in the story. I'm gonna have to do some, well, Snake Eater. Is there a snake in Snake Eater? Yep. Guys, this is getting too easy. With only a few dollars to her name and her beloved dog Copper by her side, Selena flees her past in the city to claim her late aunt's house in the desert town of Quartz Creek. The scorpions and spiders are better than what she left behind. I'm not reading more than that. I just wanted to read all of T. Kingfisher's backlist eventually. I've only read 1 book, so I may as well start here. I have only read A Sorceress Comes to Call. Absolutely loved it. So I'm gonna read Snake Eater. Dogs, scorpions, spiders, snakes, hopefully. We got my 3rd library book on the list, and we still have 1 more to choose. That feels so good. Last prompt. Is it going to be another easy choice? These have all mostly been pretty straightforward. A 3-name author. Does a middle initial count? I'm going to say no. Sarah Beth Durst. Does a middle initial count? Amber V. Nicole. I'll take it out, but probably not. No, because then M.L. Wang, T.J. Klune should hypothetically also work 2 initials. So I think I need to put this back. Oh no. And I'm just gonna choose The Spell Shop as my last one. Sarah Beth Durst. I'm guessing this is also a cozy fantasy just based on the cover itself. And actually I think there's animals in this too, because there's a cat with wings on the cover, pretty front and center. So I'm assuming that has something to do with the story. I'm not gonna read the synopsis. I'm gonna read this book either way. Some people love it and some people really don't like it. So I'm curious how I will feel, to be honest. I got this from HomeSense for $10 last year. That is a steal. Let's see what the naked hardback looks like. Oh, just brown. And I don't love a plain color sprayed edge. What's the point? That is the last book of 8 that we will be reading in June. You know what? That was pretty easy. Things were mostly chosen for me. I didn't have to make too many decisions. 1 romance, which is good, mystery, and then mostly fantasy, which I'm okay with. I'm more than okay with. Plus, How to Seal Your Own Fate. Okay, so that is my June TBR. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week with another video. Bye.